Device. Beyond labels, the esoteric core of Rumi's vision, Jalal al-Din Rumi, 1207 to 1273, often designated by default as a Sunni Hanafi due to the social and educational norms of his time, defies any simple sectarian classification. His legacy, drawn from the depths of mystical insight rather than the surface of jurisprudence, speaks not to doctrinal allegiances, but to the soul's yearning for the absolute. While his environment was outwardly Sunni, the inward thrust of his thought and poetry reveals a profound resonance with the esoteric teachings of the Shia Imams, especially with Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, whom Rumi venerates not merely as a historical figure, but as a gateway to divine gnosis. In the Diwani Shamsi Tabrizi, Rumi echoes the prophetic saying, "I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gate," but with a critical, mystical embellishment. Man Shahri Ilmam, Alist Bab-i Delgar Nadari, Bro Azindar, I am the city of knowledge and Ali is its gate. If you have no heart, then turn away from this door. This is no act of political partisanship. Here, the heart, not allegiance, is the prerequisite. For Rumi, Ali is not simply the fourth caliph or the first Shayi Imam, but the perfect human, Al-Insan al-Kamil, the purified mirror through whom divine knowledge flows. He is the gate not only to prophetic knowledge, but to the inward path itself. Rumi's Masnavi tells the well-known episode of Ali's self-restraint in battle, when an enemy spat in his face. Az Ali amuz ikhlasi amal shuri hakra, then mutaharas dagal. From Ali learn the sincerity of action. Know the line of God to be purified of all deceit. Rather than react in anger, Ali stays his hand until his intention is again wholly for God. Rumi holds this not as a moral anecdote, but as a spiritual archetype. The real battle is always inward. For Rumi, Ali's chivalry, futuwa, exemplifies the surrender of ego, fana, and the radiance of ilm laduni, divinely inspired knowledge. This kind of knowledge is not the product of formal schooling. It is the inheritance of hearts turned into thrones of light. The Prophet himself is said to have declared, Inna lillahi kunuzan tahtal arsh, mafatihuha al-sinat al-shu'ara. Verily, God has treasures beneath the throne, whose keys are the tongues of poets. Rumi takes this to heart. In his vision, true poetry is not adornment, it is revelation, and it is through this tongue of inspired madness that he encounters Shamsi Tabrizi. Yet Shams is not to be confused with the folkloric figure of hagiographical romance. Many of the later tales, Shams vanishing suddenly, besting scholars, flying into the sky, though beloved by the masses, miss the point. These stories collapse under their own literalism. What they seek to explain in dramatized terms is something subtler, something ineffable. Rumu's Shams is not a mere man. He is a theophanic voice, an eruption of the divine into human form. Rumi describes his presence with terms previously reserved for Sinai and the burning bush. Na en ini anala, Buddha's Shajar Bashnide, Sadayi Shamsi Tabrezist, Ziendar del Fatade Saikaha. It was not verily I am God that was heard from the bush. It was the voice of Shamsi Tabriz, hence the thunderbolts that fell into my heart. In this paradigm, Shams is not a person, but a reality, a ray of Nur Mutlaq, the absolute light. Shamsi Tabrizi, ke Nur-i Mutlaq ast, af ast uzanwari hakast. Shamsi Tabriz, who is the absolute light, is a son and of the rays of the truth. He is no more Rumi's companion than the burning bush was, a traveling tree. To treat Shams as a historical eccentric or provocateur is to mistake symbol for substance. Just as the soul cannot be described by its limbs, Shams cannot be defined by stories. Chundarakta ra nabani, murra kibuni bro, pasche guyamba tu jani jani in Tabrizra. If you cannot see the tree, how will you behold the bird upon it? So how can I begin to tell you about the soul of this Tabriz? Thus, Rumi's mystical worldview, whether in his reverence for Ali or his love for Shams, transcends sectarianism. It is not bound by madhab or doctrine. It reaches instead for the divine core pulsing beneath all appearances. In this world, Shams is light, Ali is the gate, and love is the only compass. To understand Rumi, then, is to move beyond labels. Sunni, Shi'i, mystic, poet. It is to listen for the thunderbolt hidden in a verse, the whisper of divine knowledge behind a door that opens only with the key of the heart.